Look for this to be a closely contested match. Alex probably with a bit of an edge in 8-ball experience. KUN LIN might be playing some Chinese 8-ball. I don't follow it close enough to really say if he's really active in that scene, but if he is, it'll help him in this match. But any game where Alex has more options, he's a very dangerous player, coming in as probably the top 1 pocket player in the world. Skills in that game lend to being a good 8-ball player. Creativity, pattern thought. Break's going to be a big factor in this match. Expect a lot of break and runouts. Alex looks to be in good spirits, kind of jumping around a little bit, smiling. Good signs from him. All the men's final 16 rounds are kicking off right now. We also have Josh Filler against Roman Heibler, Thorsten Homan against Cheng Jun Lin, Darren Appleton against Badr Al-Wadi, Conrad Jusician against Pius Labudas, Ryan Su against Mieszko Fortuński, Albin Ocean against Marco Tucher, Matus Nagatsky against Alex Kazakis. KUN LIN going for the offensive break here from the middle. Look for the balls to spread wide open here. Ideally trying to make the 1 or the 7 straight back in the side, 1 or the 15. One was going but got kicked out. 15 went a little short. And nothing down for KUN LIN on this first break here. Solid's looking a little more inviting than the stripes. He'll have to rearrange the 2-4. Be able to easily do that off this first shot here on the 1. Just trying to think of ways to guarantee opening up the 2 and the 4 as best as possible here. Got the 2 out. Tough to say if the 4 passes, but doesn't look too worried. I think it does. Trying to hit that ball a little thinner, have the left side take a little more effect, but did well enough to not get behind the 8. It's going to be a bit longer pocketing on the 2 here. These long shots aren't as common in 8-ball. You know, if you're playing in a rotation tournament, you'd be used to shooting shots like this. Just got to kind of reset your thinking on those long pots. Nicely played by Alex, kept the speed down. Looks like he's going to use the 5 as the key ball here.
Did you miss me, Eric?
Spin to. You're back? Good. Well,
some gremlins in the work this morning. I'm sorry.
No problem. We had a dry break from KUN LIN, and Pagulayan's been running out from there. Close one to call here, Mark. I was saying earlier, have you seen KUN LIN playing any Chinese 8-ball? Have you noticed them in your commentary over there?
No, I haven't. I mean, he's been pretty quiet. I know he's been playing a few kind of smaller tournaments, but he's one of those players, isn't he, that's kind of under-delivered to a certain extent. I mean, such a talented player. He did win the Diamond Las Vegas Open in 2021 and also runner-up in the teams in Puerto Rico last year, if you remember that. Great final against Germany. Pia Filler with that amazing 10-ball shootout, winning 10-ball. But apart from that, he hasn't really done so much, but expecting him to have a good run here, Eric.
Yeah, well, he hits the ball real smooth, and really, when you watch him play, you can't really pick out any faults. And he's definitely had some strong results, but just hasn't become one of those players that's won, say, 2 or 3 majors over the course of a season, or even overall in his career. Still young, younger than 30, I believe.
Yeah, so race to 10 now. It's getting down to the business end of the tournament. Alex with wins over John Wims in round 1, and then a good win against Masato Yoshioka, very talented Japanese player. And then he made it 3 out of 3 with a great win in winners qualification over Alex Kazakis. So he's had quite the run so far. On the other hand, KUN LIN had a walkover in his first one. And then Stefan Kasper, 8-6 win for KUN LIN there. Then a loss against Bader Alawahadi in winners qualification, but then in losers qualification he overcame the Estonian Dennis Grabet 8-5 to knock Dennis out.
KUN LIN broke from the middle in the first break of this match. Alex was warming up from the middle. You've rarely seen him hit breaks from the middle in the Predator Pro Series. He's usually favored the side rail, and even to the point where he was kind of playing like a half safe break in some of the 10-ball tournaments. But looks like he's going to go all in here. Yeah, going from the middle. Going to let it out. Looking for the 3 or the 5 straight back on the side here. One of the few players still breaking with a wood cue. Three ball down. Decent opener on the 14.
Look at them stripes. I mean, how inviting are these?
Yeah, everything in the open. 8 ball only goes to the bottom right, but should be able to access that off the 9. Can either play the combo on the 11-10 or shoot the 10 first. But he'll be a favorite to run this rack. Can really learn a lot from Alex in any game, but especially games where he has the choice of shooting more than one ball. Games like 1 pocket or 8 ball. Expect his patterns to be on point.
The line is on the prowl. Looking for the big prize, $75,000. Won some big titles over the years, of course. US Open champion, 2006. World 9-ball champion, 2004. Derby City Classic. Won just about everything there. Master of the table a couple of times as well. Now, something did surprise me. He was the 2002 World Pool Masters Trick Shot champion. Now, I never knew that. I wonder if we can see any tricks today.
Yeah, Alex is one of the most entertaining players. I think back in the day, that was kind of like a bit of an entertainment competition along with some skill and trick shots. But yeah, he's very personable.
And it just shows you, Eric, as well, his all-round ability. He plays so many of the games very, very well. Do you bump into him very often in Toronto?
Yeah, his mom is still here, so he comes and visits his mom here and there. Travels a lot, so I'd say see him once every 3 or 4 months. He was in
So
town
change
before
of
the
plan
US
here.
Open. Yeah, like 12, 11, 15, 9 here. 9 plays the best onto the 8, so just working out a path to get kind of small angle between the 1, 4 and the 9. I'm just going to go 9 second, or maybe 11. Yeah, still think it's got to be 9 last, so go 11 here.
What'd you do here, Eric? Just hold it with a bit of left?
I don't mind following it. Keep the speed down a little bit. Oh, you're right, Mark.
Key shot coming up between the 1 and the 4 ball, the purple 4. This is the big shot, Eric. This, as you said right at the start, this 9 ball will take him nicely to the 8.
Pretty good angle. Power up a bit. Get off the rail. Just good enough. Bit of a head shake, but I think more of a head shake in a way that he's feels good that he got away with it. He's taking a close look, but yeah, he's okay. He's calling it. Maybe a small swerve needed. He had the whole ball. Good shot. So good start from Alex, taking advantage of the dry break from KUN LIN in the first rack and a break and run in the second rack. Look for a lot of offense in this match.
Lots of other games going on now at the moment. Joshua Filler, one of the big favourites, is in action against Roman Hebler. He's 2-0 up in that one. Torsten Homan and Chang Junglin are 1-1. Darren Appleton, another one talked about as maybe being a possible champion in his twilight years, shall we say. He's up against Bader Al-Wahadi. Looks like they're involved in a little bit of a safety battle. They're still on their first rack. Piers Labutis. Now, this is a really interesting matchup. Piers Labutis against Conrad Musician. I know they match up a lot in all the different tournaments they head to. They play a lot of tournaments, but it's the Lithuanian who's taken an early 2-0 lead in that. Another one, the Butcher, Mieszko Fortunski, is down to maybe one of the surprises, Ryan Julian. Albin Ocean, 1-0 down to Marko Tojca. And finishing off the matches in progress now, Alex Zakis has taken a 2-0 lead over Pole Mateusz Sznigoki. Back to this one then, Pagulayan breaking off in control at 2-0.
Foul. Off square,
Scratch.
straight in the side. Bit of tie up over there on the left long rail. But KUN LIN will have a full table to manage breaking out that area. He'll favor the solids here just because there's more solids around the tied up area.
I watched the juniors. I saw. Beg your pardon, Eric. I was just going to say I watched the young juniors, Payne McBride and Felix Vogel this morning. Heard you and Chris Reinhold on commentary. What a great match that was. What a young talent Felix Vogel is as well.
Oh yeah, you could just see it, not just in the results of him not making many mistakes, but just the quality of how he's hitting the ball. Look for him to be a big favorite in that junior event, and look for him to be a real threat to be, win major tournaments, major men's tournaments in the future.
Germany just keeps producing great pool players, doesn't it? Following in the footsteps. Ortmann, Holman, Suke, Filler, Moritz Neuhausen as well, another great talent. Just won a big title, hasn't he? He just won the Turning Stone. Moritz Neuhausen beat Mika Immonen in the final. Mika Immonen finding some form as well after his severe illness, back to, well, something like full strength anyway, playing some of the best pool of his life again.
Yeah, good for him.
Oh, great shot this. He's opened it up, Eric.
Yeah, I guess KUN LIN just didn't like how the solids were kind of aligned around the breakout area there. So he did well to get into the breakout on the second ball. Gonna have to play one good positional shot to be on the 14. He'll look to do it right now.
Oh, this is beautiful. Slightly unlucky, just finished very, very awkward on the cueing side of things. Needs a precision position here, Eric.
Yeah, we are playing all fouls, so he's got to be careful to not brush the 5 on this stroke here. A little bit tougher because he's elevating a lot. Good shot.
Tremendous.
Nice and close to the 11. Yeah. Natural position across. 8 ball, very accessible over on the right side of the table. Expect this to be a high level match. A lot of it decided on the break. Especially with both players starting out breaking from the middle. Going to have more open tables overall.
Three players from Chinese Taipei still in the last 16. A sole Brit, the sole Czech Republic, a Canadian, a couple of Germans, an Austrian, three Poles.
Yeah, no Americans. I don't think many Americans even came to the tournament.
No, who did come?
I couldn't say offhand.
Big presence, of course, for the juniors. You got a great junior program coming through.
Yeah, Sam Diep heading up the junior program, doing a lot of work with that.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of meeting her in Austria. Eric, she's doing great things, isn't she?
Mm-hmm. Well, you can see not just getting players involved, but the quality of players coming out of the U.S. kind of turning back the years from the U.S. looking at becoming more dominant on the world scene again. Very positive things for American junior pool.
Yeah, the ladies also well underway as well now, Eric. Coming down to their last 16. And the reigning champion, Chao Che-Yu, knocked out by two-time world 10-ball champion from the Philippines, Rublin Amit. So there's going to be a new name on the trophy this year.
Centeno is through to the stage 2.
Yeah. One of the favourites she has to be, doesn't she?
Yeah. KUN LIN switching over to the side rail here. One dry break from the middle was enough for him. Knows the importance of the break. Going to try to get something going from the side. Purposely cut it. He wouldn't have missed the square of the rack by that much if he was trying to hit it square. That cut break can make the head ball on the side a little more, but it also lends to the balls kind of not separating as much as you see here. 14 balls on the breaking end of the table. What do we have for an opener here, Mark? Maybe the 10?
Oh, that's the only ball I'm seeing.
Yeah. Twitched a little bit on that one. Might have knew he missed it right off the delivery. But as I was saying before you came on, those longer potting shots don't come up as much in 8-ball, and when you're faced with them, just can kind of throw you for a loop because most of the potting is done within short distance. So KUN LIN getting away with a dry break here, and he's going to have the first choice of suits. So he's going at the 5.
It's not often you dry break and get the chance back straight away, is it?
No kidding. Wanted to run into the 13 there, got nicely on the 1. 1 was going to be the toughest ball of the rack, so he's taking care of that early. 13's pushed onto the 2 a little bit, so you'll have to consider how to get onto that. 8-ball's kind of surrounded as well, so a bit of work to do in this rack. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just talking about Rublin Armit knocking out Chow Che Yu, and then you came up with the question about Centino, how's she doing, and she's still going. Yep, she is. She's into the last 16, and she, unfortunately, has drawn Rublin Armit, so it's an all Filipino battle, Eric, in the last 16 there, chess cut against Rublin.
Teacher versus student. I think it's Rublin was very involved in Centeno's development in the game.
Yeah, they're back tomorrow morning, the ladies, at 10 a.m.
Definitely be looking to get on the 2 here. If the 8 passes the 11, it'll make things a lot easier for KUN LIN. It does pass in the bottom left, so it looks like he's looking at an angle on the 6 where he can draw over to the right side of the table. Might be looking to take the 2 last as well. He is. A little steeper angle than he would have wanted, so he's seeing if the 2 passes in the left side pocket. It's close. If it does, that would be perfect, because you can kind of just play a stop shot for the 8 in the bottom left.
It's a little bit tricky here, though, isn't it? He's got to be pretty pinpoint, Eric, here. If he overruns it, it does go in the corner as well. Can he hold it for the side? Oh, played it well. Very well played indeed. Goes in the corner also. Can he just run through? Sorry, just draw back,
close. Yeah, it's close. He's kind of in between. He's got a little too much angle going to the right if he goes side, and a little too much angle going to the left if he goes corner. Looks like he's just going to try to leg the cue ball up table. Nice shot. Had half the pocket there. Perfect speed. Great shot from KUN LIN.
Well, what a run out this will be. Faced with some pretty tricky little shots, but he's negotiated them well, and we're going to be all square at 2-2 if this black goes down. And go down it does. Well, I don't know what happened this morning. I don't know what happened this morning, Eric. I was all ready. I was here waiting, ready, half an hour before. all sound checks done, then we go live, and then all of a sudden something doesn't work properly. I had a really nice intro prepared for you. I do like to prepare some intros about, the guys that I'm commentating with. I always have a bit of fun with Chris Reinhold when I'm doing the intros. I know he loves his photography, and so I have a little fun with him on the intros. And I was going to introduce you as not so much Big Red as Big Grey these days. But that was scuppered by technology.
Red hair is the least likely color to go gray. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why, but I've seen a lot of 80-year-olds with red hair still, for some reason.
Well, I do know something else about you. You ate Cajun chicken fingers last night for dinner. I saw it on Facebook. They looked absolutely delicious. You got a bit of a chef as a girlfriend, haven't you?
Oh, it's tonight actually. I'm nice and full and all fed and ready to commentate. Nice.
Well done, Elise. Keep him fully fueled. Task ahead. Here we go.
Goes the one, hit it nicely, deserved a roll on the break there. Yep. Choice of stripes or solids. $12, 11, 3, 5 area is going to be the key to this rack.
Always
the
such
12 passes the 5.
It's such a fascinating game, isn't it, Eric? 8 ball. There's just so many different ways of going, and a lot of it's, of course, player preference.
Yeah, if the 12 passes the 5 into the bottom right, that'd be nice, because the 12 plays onto the 11. It does.
And there you see it does.
Can use the 13 to get good position on the 12.
Eric Hallefson
or the
and Mark White in the booth. Eric is the brainy one. Eric is the brains of the operation. I'm just here to try and provide a little bit of colour, a little bit of fun. Eric, the expert, calling all the shots.
Yeah, so this is called like a backdoor run out. It's like you shoot the toughest balls last, but you have a precise path as to knowing that you'll get good on the toughest balls last. Like the 10 leads into the 12, the 12 leads into the 11. So both players will have put up a break and run if KUN LIN gets out here. All games decided off the break so far, except for the miss on the 10 by Pagulayan in game number 4.
Here's that shot that you were talking about a little bit earlier on, Eric. Purple 12 leading to the red 11 into the side. Key shot then here. Just has to hold it nicely. Drag it in. That's okay.
Yeah, he's just got a little straight where he's might have to accept some angle on the 8. If he had an angle going either way, he'd get better on the 8, but just gonna have to settle for a slightly tougher shot here. No way.
Well, was he just trying to steal a little bit of angle there?
Maybe, or just kind of decelerated on the stroke a little bit. It was like a soft draw kind of kind of stroke. He wanted to keep the speed down because he had a bit of angle going in the side, but a surprising miss nonetheless, and a big break for Pagulayan here.
Very unexpected.
Just figuring how he's going to manage the 2-3. Would like to get through the rack without having to combo the 3 into the 2, so just making a plan on that right now. Just trying to get on it, right down the line. Looks like he hasn't, but the 4 will play okay onto the 2. Tough part of the rack solved here. Just deciding how he wants to run the rest. 2-7-3-5 looks good to me. Just had a little too much angle to hold for the 7, so he's going to go 3 next. Could actually still take the 7 here because he's going to have a lot of cue ball movement from 3-7 to 5, but he could also go 3-5-7. This is what you're talking about, Mark. There's so many options in this game. Looks like he's going to just favor making one tough shot here. Get back into stop position.
Yeah, this is the shot, isn't it? He's on it. He might as well take it, and then he can concentrate on his work down here. He should be out here. 3 in the 5 and the 8 to get back into the lead again at a 2-0 lead. KUN LIN came back. But it's the Canadian looking likely to go 1 in front again. Race to 10 now, so a little bit more leeway. It's not quite so important to get off to a perfect start.
Yeah, winner breaks format. Got to be pushing all the way to the finish line, but also you want to, put the pressure on your opponent, try to get off to a strong start. Talking
of strong starts, Joshua Filler is halfway to the 10 he needs already. He's 5-1 up on Roman Hebler, the Czech attack from Czech Republic, living in Germany, married to Yvonne Ullmann Hebler, who was taking part in the ladies 9-ball world championships as well. She's here. I'm sure she's in the audience watching him now. Torsten Homan is 2-2 with Chang Jung Lin. Now, Chang Jung Lin was the last person to win this before the tournament was revived back in 2022, I think, wasn't it, by Predator. They're 2-2. Darren Appleton is all square 1-1 with Bader Al-Wahadi. Conrad Musician and Piers Laboutis, same position. They are locked at 3-3. And continuing his surprise run here, Ryan Zhuian from Chinese Taipei, 3-0 up on the Butcher, Mieszko Fortuński, and 3-0 down, Albin Ocean to Marco Teutsch from the Netherlands, now based in New Zealand himself, and Matthias Schnigoki is 4-1 down to the man from Athens, Alex Kazakis.
Pagulayan sticking with the middle break here. Gonna open the rack up. Big power. No reward though.
6 balls going closest. No legs.
Looks like KUN LIN's gonna have to start on solids here. 14's covered by the 6 too much. Looking at comboing the 1 into the 6. Kind of opening up that area. 5's going to have to go in the long pocket. The 7 will be shot first, so that pocket will be available. He'll want to take the 4 ball third. Has to get a pretty small into a pretty small area to be able to attack that properly. So he's just taking his extension at the start of the rack here because he wants to make a plan to run every single ball in order. Of course, he's not forced to, but he's looking at something like 7-2-4, combo the 1 onto the 6, take care of the 5. Got on the 4 second. That's a smart shot. Nice shot there from KUN LIN.
Just to let you know, guys, our next action on this table, 6 p.m. local time, will be the boys under 19s World Junior Championships. Not sure which game it is yet, but we will be bringing you more action from that.
Got a nice following angle here, playing into the angle. Ideally, if he can follow right through from the 1 onto the 5, he'll be trying that. If not, the 1 will set up pretty good to play the 5 afterwards. Cue ball's kind of going the wrong way now. Might have to draw into the 10. Wouldn't mind actually drawing into the 10 with a little speed, but then you're risking the 1 going in as well. Just don't want to push the 10 in a way where it covers the 8 too much. He's going to take the 3. Yeah, I just wanted to avoid moving the 10 there, but going to require good position on the 1 now.
I really do enjoy the game of 8-ball just because the position needed is so precise sometimes, and it really does bring out that, you know, that skill, Eric. It really is a skill, isn't it? It's all about cue ball control, and this is one of the games that really puts it to the test.
Definitely, like it just showed up there in this past in this past couple shots. He wanted to be better on the 1, would have made the run out a lot easier. But now, forced to make a couple good positional shots. Looks like the 1 actually passes the 10 in the far top right corner pocket. Who's going to play that? Oh, come all the way back. Good shot.
Does he just nudge into the 10 here, or can he draw past it? Okay, Eric.
He'll favor the nudge. Yeah, good shot. So again, run out pool here. 5 of the 6 games decided off the break.
Yeah, good spot, Eric, and it's good stuff, isn't it? Very high quality, just as we'd expect, and getting down to the nitty-gritty, as we say, in this tournament now, placing the quarterfinals up for grabs. Darren Appleton has gone 2-1 down. Torsten Homan has gone 3-2 up. And Ryan Zhu Yan 4-0 now over Mieszko Fortunski. Now, I don't know whether he's breaking and running or what's going on there, but a good lead for him. Albin Ocean has pulled a rack back against Marko Tojca. He still trails, though, 3-1. And Shnigoki trails Kazakis by 4 racks to 2.
KUN LIN going back to the middle here.
Very good temperament. KUN LIN. Super nice guy as well. Always a gentleman. Very, very quiet around the arena. When he's at these tournaments, doesn't say too much. I don't think he speaks too much English. But always ready with a nod of the head.
Again, dry on the break. Alex will be hoping to get on the 14 here. Yeah, KUN LIN seeing if he's left him on the 14.
He's on the 9, he's not on the 14.
Right, yeah.
What do you think, Eric? Can he get through to the 14? Well, I don't think he can.
No, I don't think he can, and he'll be forced to take the 9 here. There's no other ball on. I don't mind trying to run the cue ball into the 15, 10, 8 area.
Oh, he's on the 14.
Okay.
Wow.
Good shot. He's got enough of the 9. 11 ball will be the next toughest stripe. He'll be looking to attack that as soon as possible. He can get into it here. Play some right spin, swing over to the right side of the table.
Be nice to just go into the purple 4 here, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Good shot. Got some angle as well.
Play to
10,
perfection.
15 will be the next problem area. Ten plays okay onto the 15. Just got to get the cue ball on the proper line for the 10. Little too much angle, so he might consider trying to get better on it. Tempting to take it now, though, because it is the problem area. Might be just straight enough that he can draw back into the 8. Good shot. Hard work done now
Really,
for Pagulayan.
Really is beautiful to watch, isn't it, sometimes?
See how the top players always get rid of the problem areas first as well. Rack almost becomes easier at the end of the rack.
Yeah, giving themselves maximum opportunity. I mean, if they get out of line and don't open up the problem ball, you know, early on, they've still got a few other opportunities. Whereas, of course, if you leave it to the end, you're running out of options. So smart play. And that's what, as you said, all the top players do, Eric, isn't it?
See if Pagulayan goes over to the side rail on the next break. He has, I mentioned earlier, he has favored the side rail break over the course of the Predator Pro Series. He has hit it well from the middle, though, not for a lack of not hitting it good, so see what he decides here.
Well, the last time this young man was in action in this particular World 8 Ball was in Puerto Rico. And if you remember, he went rock climbing and he was doing some puddle jumping, that kind of thing. And he severely sprained his ankle, and he came out to play against Jason Shaw. I believe it was quite deep. Maybe it was even the same stage, last 16, maybe last 32, and he was limping around the table in a lot of pain. And Jason Shaw, I believe, went 5-0 up or something, and Alex just had to give up. He couldn't play anymore. He was in too much pain.
I remember that. No, he definitely in pain, and he did have some kind of small fracture in his ankle, but without the shot clock, he was actually playing through the pain and kind of hobbling around the table. But when it got to the point of being at the shot clock, he just couldn't move quick enough. But great show of heart from Pagulayan to even try to stay in the tournament. Went second ball there, got safe, didn't leave anything. Yeah, I had a feeling he'd switch it up. Switch it up all the way to the second ball, not just side rail head ball. So Pagulayan's gonna kind of, I mean, you know, he'll change game plans over the course of the match, but from what I see there, he's gonna try to take it into more of a tactical match here. Tired of breaking and having his opponent run out against him.
There's kind of a similar break as well that they use in Chinese 8-ball. They have to break from the side in Chinese 8-ball. But they kind of play across the face of the head ball, Eric, trying to replicate the full-on break from the side, if that makes sense. So shooting the head ball straight into the back of the rack kind of thing. But if they're not making balls there, they'll always switch to this one, going hard into them and trying to just make them messy, you know, make it difficult for their opponent to run out, because you do have illegal breaks. They play the 4-point rule in Chinese 8-ball, and if you don't make it, you give away an illegal break and make 3 of them, and it will cost you a rack. So you'll often see players switching to this particular break quite often in Chinese 8-ball as well, purely just to mess them up.
I saw that.
What a
spot there from KUN LIN. Yeah, spotted a combo out of nowhere, hit it nicely. Ended up on a solid as well. Small test on the pocketing here, but position is pretty built in for the 5 or the 1. Cue ball is kind of running into the 9 if he plays the 1. Can't see if he has enough of the 5. Looks like he's focused on the 1, so he's going to try to manufacture something off of that. Good shot.
Worked out
Knew he was
fine.
running into the 9. Yeah, managed it nicely.
Players are on a shot clock. There's been lots of discussion about the shot clock, about whether it's long enough, 30 seconds. A lot arguing it should be maybe 40 or 45. But 30 seconds it is, and there's 1 extension each per rack.
Yeah, if there's any game it could be longer in, it's definitely 8-ball. But I think, you know, it actually, in a way, if you know the game better, you'll recognize the shots quicker. So it's an advantage for the good players, which I think is how it should be.
Well, I have to disagree with that just slightly, Eric, because we're all made differently, and, you know, some just don't think as quick as others. So I think that's maybe an argument that I would put forward.
I understand, yeah. It generally favors the players that are capable of playing faster. So you're adding that element in of making the decision and still executing at a fast pace.
I mean, we watched Kelly Fisher yesterday. Now her nickname, Quickfire Kelly Fisher, that's what she's well known for. She's kind of like the Tony Drago, isn't she, of pool? And
sure.
And that's the way she's made, you know. But then you've got somebody, let's say, I don't know, who can I say, Eklund Catchy, who maybe isn't as quick, right? But equally as talented. So why should, you know, why not just even the playing field slightly and just increase the shot clock?
I understand, yeah. Yeah, it's a thought going forward.
Well, of course, never has to worry about the shot clock. Joshua Filler, 7-2 up now on Roman Hebler. Conrad Musician has gone 5-3 now over Pierce Labutis. Darren Appleton, one of the advocates of wanting longer, for 8 ball on the shot clock. He's 3-2 down to Bader Alawahadi. And listen to this, 5-0 now. Ryan Su Juyan, 5-0 over the Butcher. That's incredible.
Yeah, he must be playing well. I think he had some strong wins in the double elimination part of the tournament as well. I've heard his name being touted as a very talented player, but this is definitely the deepest he's been in any major tournament. KUN LIN going back to the side rail here. Expect him to hit head ball. Last time he tried the side rail, he played kind of a half-cut break, trying to make the head ball on the side. See if he can achieve that here. There it is. That's the one he's looking for. He's on the 13. He's also on the 1.
We see once again, though, Eric, from that break, going into them like that, gets slightly messy. All the balls over one side of the table, so going to have to use all his skills here with his immaculate cue ball control.
Yeah, 9's a good starter here. If he goes stripes, he's going to have to consider how to maneuver towards the 12. There is room kind of around where the 9 is. He's taking a look at that right now. $11 has to be considered because the 1 is blocking the most obvious pocket for the 11, so likely taking the 11 second here.
The caller's extension.
Okay, gonna go solids. Didn't like where the 12 was. All 3 of those solids in the middle of the table are tougher but accessible. Into the bottom right, and it looks like it's gonna take, considering taking the 2 in the left middle right now.
I had to think a bit there, Eric, because that shot you would not be allowed to play in Hayball. You can only combo one of the same suit onto another. You can't start by playing a shot like that. It would actually be miss a turn. But this, of course, WPA rules. We're playing a WPA sanctioned world championship here. $75,000 to the winner. Really is one of the big events of the year, isn't it? Won last year by Shane Van Boning, the year previously by Sanchez Ruiz in that great tournament in Puerto Rico, when he was on his amazing run where he was winning just about everything. US Open, World 9 ball, the World 8 ball, and got to the final even of the World 10 ball, and he would have been the first ever player in history to have held all 3 titles, 8, 9 and 10 ball at the same time. Wasn't to be. Went 6-1 up against Eklund Kachi in the final in Vegas and ended up losing it.
Yeah, what a great run that was. Fedor Gors going on a similar run in the past 4 months, holding 3 of the major Matchroom tournament titles currently.
Yeah, Ko Pin Chung threatened to do similar as well, didn't he? He went on a bit of a romp for a little while as well.
Bit of cue ball movement here. Looks like a straight back draw. Probably playing the 8 in the long pocket. Nicely controlled. So KUN LIN throwing in a break and run here. And a skillful break and run, making the head ball on the side. Running all the way out. Great match we have going.
Thoroughly enjoying this one, Eric. It really is high quality, isn't it? And if they can both start getting the break sorted, a bit like KUN LIN did there. I mean, okay, it wasn't the conventional break. Made the ball in the side, but still ran them out.
Yeah, because he was successful with what he was trying last break, you got to assume he's going to try the same here.
Josh Villa now on the hill at 8-2 over Roman Hebler. Torsten Holman has just gone 4-3 behind to Chang Jung Lin. So they're going very, very well at the moment. Chinese Taipei contingent. KUN LIN leading here. And Ryan Zhuan 5-1 up against Fortunski. Albin Ocean has won a rack back against Marco Teutscher, but still trails the Dutchman by 4 racks to 1. And Kazakis now 4-2 up on Shnigokit.
There goes the head ball again. He's dialed in on that. A little unlucky with the cue ball ending up all the way on the short rail. Not much for openers. 13 plays in the top right, top left corner pocket. That's about it.
Do you feel you've got to go for this, or would you consider a safety off of the 12 over on the left-hand side rail there?
Yeah, I think you could consider it, particularly because the rest of the rack lies pretty tough as well. Might not even want to be the first player in here. Looks like he's trying the 3. Another creative shot from KUN LIN here.
Yeah, 14-3 combo. A 3-ball combo. Oh, he's jumped it.
Yeah, that was aggressive jump combo on the opener. A lot of balls over on the right side rail now. Go ahead, Mark. Yeah.
Pushing the boat out there a little bit, I think, with that shot. He does have a bank on the 2-ball here. He has the 12 over the top left corner.
Yeah, the stripes are playing tough because of where the 12-11 are and even the 9. He might be forced to bank the 2 here.
Guaranteed to have a shot, isn't he? If this goes in, he's called it. Not many players better at banking shots than Alex Pagulayan. Great one-pocket player as well.
Oh, short. Well, let off, small let off for KUN LIN there. Yeah, you just wanted to create some movement towards the kind of rearrange the solids on the right side rail there, but that's what made the ball bank short, the speed. Just misjudged it slightly.
Plenty of support online for this young man, KUN LIN. Such a huge, dominant force, aren't they, in Q Sports? There's always lots of top quality players coming out of China and Chinese Taipei. Been producing them for many, many years now.
Yeah, a lot of the Chinese players kind of stick into Hayball, but there's so many good players in China. Taiwanese playing both, still pretty active on the rotation circuit.
What is it that makes them so good, Eric, in your opinion? What, as a coach and a player, what do you see in the Chinese and the Taiwanese? Why are they so good? Is it their fundamentals, or is it maybe their demeanour around the table? You know, their temperament. What is it, or is it a combination? What do you think?
I was going to say they're very strong at temperament. I think that really nothing bothers them. It's kind of just how they play the game, kind of similar to Filipinos. Just kind of let the game come to them. And yeah, definitely a rich history of proper fundamentals and knowledge of the game that's passed down at an early age. They typically play a little more simple, kind of slower, keep the speed down, which is proper play, but just like compared to European players or American players that just kind of cinch the ball a little more. Keeping the game
Yeah, would you
simple,
say?
really.
Yeah, they don't spin the ball so much, do they?
Right.
Just as I say that, plays it with beautiful left-hand spin to coax the cue ball over perfectly on this 5 ball. Just draw past the side pocket here. Maybe even leave himself queuing through the side pocket. Who knows?
So
Got a
one
bit of a
more eight
kit
ball
there.
for. I heard it. Yeah. Lucky he didn't end
Looked
up
like a bit
behind
of
the
a
11
skid.
because
Yeah.
yeah, when you catch a kick like that, you lose a lot of energy in the cue ball, but it's still got around the 11 enough. So
Didn't ask
first
for the cue
two-game lead
ball
of
to
the
be cleaned.
match. Shot clock stops if the cue ball's being cleaned. I can't remember. That's part of it too, right? Kind of.
No, I don't think so.
I
It
don't think
does,
so
yeah, it
either. Yeah.
stops. No. The clock does not stop when the cue ball is cleaned.
Right. Yeah. Got to trust that the referee is quick enough on cleaning the ball there.
Now, somebody's playing with Killwood on the table behind us. I wonder who that is. Was that Killwood? It looked like Killwood to me.
I think it was. Yeah.
There's the Lion. Now, leaving Las Vegas one year, I saw him in the line at the airport going back. I was going back home. I was going to London. And I saw Alex right at the back of the queue at check-in, and we kind of waved to each other and then went our separate ways kind of thing. I go and sit on the aeroplane, and I'm sat down, and there's one seat next to me left, and who should come along and sit right next to me but Alex Pagulayan. And I thought, oh, I'm going to get to have a nice little chat here with him on the plane. He had other ideas. He was either falling asleep very, very quickly or just pretending to be because he didn't want to talk to me.
He must have been tired because he's not afraid to have a conversation. That's for sure.
No.
Head ball not in this time.
This one will be
Free
though.
ball
Look, the
gonna get
3
pushed
and the
in.
4.
Yeah. Yeah. Choice again of Yeah,
I'm at
15, 11, 10,
Soon,
12.
yeah, I was just going to say sooner rather than later, Eric, on the one that you just called, the 11 into the left, top left. 15 first, takes him to that perfectly. Just a little bit more work to do, but you think he's going to be out here again. So it's going to be another break and run.
Yeah, he's played flawlessly. Just that one very makeable ball that he missed in the side, just kind of decelerated on the stroke. But other than that, he's been out every time he's been at the table. Similarly for Alex, just the one miss on the bank and the one miss on the first ball of the rack. But KUN LIN has a good break going now, so he'll be looking to extend his lead here in the next couple games.
And the 8 into the same pocket for a 3-rack lead, Eric. They've been toe to toe, but not now. Daylight between the two. Used all the pocket there.
Yeah, left his cue on the rail there. Just kind of might have thought he missed it for a half second, but so Pagulayan, when he gets his next chance, is going to have to make the most of it and make a couple games up in break and runs if he can.
Josh Villa on the very next table is 9-2 up now on the hill against Roman Hebler. In control as well, Conrad Musician. They were 3-3. He's now 7-4 up against the Lithuanian Piers Labutis. Fortunski's pulled a couple of racks back, but still trails Ryan Yuan by 5 racks to 2. Kazakis 5-3 now on Mateusz Sznigoki. And Marko Tojca 5-2 up on Albin Ocean. So lots of action going on around the room. The beautiful Claudelands Conference Centre there in Hamilton, New Zealand. Now, I've got another nice little fact for you, Eric, after this rack about New Zealand. Been doing a little bit of research, having a bit of fun with some fun facts. KUN LIN, serious business though. Well,
Two
power
balls
again.
Flying in. Nice opening on the solids too. Well, KUN LIN's just taking the offensive control here in this match.
Look at the solids, Eric. I mean, they're all on, right? There's nothing problematic at all.
Yeah, if you could have this spread every time, you'd win the tournament. Usually the balls don't play that wide open when breaking from the side rail, but he caught them nice and square.
Break of the match so far, I think. It actually does look like a break and run from the opening break, doesn't it? Rather than a few little problem balls here and there, Eric.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know New Zealand is one of the most desired places in the world to live, one of the highest quality of living. I know that. What were you finding out?
Well, I'm not so much as clever as that when it comes to statistics and stuff about countries, but I did find out that you can actually pay with Hobbit money in New Zealand. Thanks to the fame that the country gained with the Lord of the Rings saga, of course, New Zealand is the only country in the world that has permission to put hobbits on its legal tender. And of course, it's the only place where you can also visit Hobbiton and the Waitomo Caves.
Interesting.
That's the level of my facts. Yeah, my mum's sister.
Not my thing.
Actually, my mum's sister lives in New Zealand. I was hoping that I was going to be going there, but I'll have to do what I've been doing for a while, talk remotely to them.
KUN LIN staying in line here nicely. Looking to take an 8-4 lead in the match.
Yeah, 3 balls away, Eric, from doubling up at 8-4.
Third or fourth break-in run of the match. Strong play besides that, taking advantage of dry breaks from Pagulayan.
And in this winner breaks format, if you don't get the break sorted earlier on and the other player does, this is the result, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, they're bound to come, and kind of the first player that finds it is going to have the edge in the match overall.
Do you think they're closely watching each other's breaks to see what's happening, Eric, and then making adjustments? And it just so happened that timing-wise, it was KUN LIN's turn to break to kind of work it out all of a sudden?
Could be, and I would expect if Pagulayan wins another game, he'll try the same break that KUN LIN tried. That's a for sure. But yeah, both players tried a couple different ones, and just KUN LIN settled into the proper one quicker.
I think he's called a timeout there. I think he just called a timeout. I'm not sure. Well, we're going to do the same then, guys. Is he in the chair? Is he? I can't see him.
He is, but no. KUN LIN might have took a timeout.
KUN LIN's taken a timeout. That's a strange time to take a timeout. Perhaps he actually needs one. Needs to use the bathroom. I do as well,
yeah,
Eric. I'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Okay, see you in a bit. Oh, yeah, we were mistaken. They didn't go on a break. KUN LIN just went to the back of the arena for a second.
I thought it was a strange time for him to take one. I'm sure he just wants to get on with it and get on the hill, have another break and run, and get one closer. Musician, same score now over Pierce Labutus, 8-4 in that one as well. Quiet descends on the Claudelands arena. Oh, again.
Head ball on the side again. Yeah. More of a typical spread off that side rail break this time. He is on a couple balls, though.
Look at solids, Eric. He's on this 2-ball, and every solid out in the open as well. And once again, it's the stripes that are a little bit awkward.
Yep, decent spread on the solids for sure. 2-ball being the toughest, but he's right on it right now. Gonna have to run into the 15-10, or might be thinking of taking 6 and then ideally running the cue ball between the 9-15 off the long rail.
huge shot now in this match. This ball here, you feel if he gets it into the side, gets nicely on the next solid, good chance of him being out once again.
Yeah, he'll be looking to weave the cue ball between the 9-15 here. Just taking out any element of... I'm really surprised he's going up table, aren't you, Mark? Wouldn't you not take the 2 earlier here? He must have some kind of plan for it going forward. Just looking for that perfect angle, I guess.
Yeah, maybe he just saw that he had the perfect opportunity there to get onto it and took it, but it is certainly maybe the one stumbling block in this rack. He's got to be very, very careful. Whatever he's seen in the previous racks, Eric, his cue ball's been impeccable.
Yeah, I think he wants to just get on the exact line where he doesn't even have to spin the cue ball to kind of come off that long rail in between the 9-15. He must have felt like he had to spin it a little bit when he was in a similar position. Still leaving it till the very end, I'm surprised.
Oh, I think he's played on 2 balls here. Well, he's on every one of them. Look, he can put every single solid from the position where he's left the cue ball.
Yeah. He's going after the 2 now, so this is the shot of the rack here. He's undercut it. First mistake from KUN LIN in about 4 games.
14 off the back of the 2. Under pressure now.
Time. Extension.
Yeah, Pagulayan's going to look to push the 2 away from the corner pocket here and open the corner pocket up for the 9. I believe he's actually going to play off the rail into the 2. Tough to judge those. Played it 2 ways though. Did leave the 1. 2's in a bad spot.
Yeah, he's on this 3 and he's got a nice angle as well if he wants to run into the 3rd. Is it the 9 or the... Yeah, I think it's the 9 ball. Can he run into the 9 ball here?
Yeah. Nice hit. How did it end up? Not great.
He's got the 7.
One ball. Side pocket.
Just wants to minimize the cue ball movement here. A little bit tougher shot on the 1, but if he makes it, he's out. So second chance for KUN LIN to really take a stranglehold on this match here.
No. Oh, I thought he was just going to flick it off for a second.
Yeah.
So a real chance then for Alex Pagulayan. You feel he's got to get out here and he needs to break and run a couple of racks as well to get right back in it.
Cue ball's playing into the 10 here, which is ideal. It's on the 12, just has to consider how he's going to play the 13. 14 looks good for position on the 13.
Just give you a few little updates, guys, on the junior girls going on at the moment. Linnea Holmström from Sweden is 5-0 up on Lena Bernard. Sophia Mast is 3-0 up on New Zealander Charlotte Williams. Now, young Tanvi Vallam from India. Now, I don't know whether you're familiar with that young lady, but she was 8 when I met her in Vegas. I think she might be 10 now. She's up against Savannah Easton. Savannah Easton, a good prospect, of course, from the States, is 4-0 up in that one. And a result, Yalin Sherman, who we saw on here yesterday, Eric, she's just beaten Penelope Pathnugot from New Zealand by 6 racks to 3.
Look at this.
Meanwhile, what's Alex done? Referee will be all over this.
Yeah. Got it.
Doesn't get any easier.
No, just about as awkward as you could ever get on the 8 besides freezing it.
Doing our job for us, doing a bit of commentary as well, saying it doesn't get any easier. It certainly doesn't, Alex. It's tough at the top, mate. He's overcut it. He's overcut it.
Disappointment there for Pagulayan. Didn't leave anything, but KUN LIN will have the advantage in this rack. Option to play safe if he wants.
Could he possibly bank the 2 and hold the cue ball for the 7? Or does he go all out safety, Eric? What do you reckon?
I think the thing about the bank is you have to cut it a bit to the left, so it might be a little hard to hold it, but he's running out of time here.
Yeah, kind of a two-way, wasn't it? Just a safety from Alex.
Wonder if he'd ever consider pushing the 1 onto the 8 or the 7 onto the 8 in a way where you can't pocket the 8. Be kind of negative for him. He's just going to go offense here. If he makes this, he does have a chance to get on the 7 off the 2 or the 1 if he chooses the 2 right now.
Super tough shot, this, isn't it? Close to the rail, head still. Oh, it's there. What a shot he's played there, but he's can't get on. Well, can he get onto the 7 from here? He's too much angle, isn't it, Eric?
Yeah, if anything, the natural angle is playing a little bit to the right of the 7. Nothing real good's happening in the corner either. I mean, if you could draw it, he's calling the corner. You could also try to pocket the 1 and move the 8 out of the corner. He did. Oh, I got a roll there.
What a roll there. He doesn't smile very often, but he's smiling now. That was cruel, wasn't it? Sometimes these balls. Three rails.
Yeah.
Just before the side pocket.
Could pull this off. Yeah. If there's anybody that could pull this off, it's Pagulayan. It's close.
Got a chance. It's got a big chance. Oh, unlucky.
Looks like the natural angle is lying okay too to get into the short side of the 7. Tough rack from Pagulayan there, but problems all started when he overran onto the 13. Big game.
Yeah, that's huge, isn't it? Josh Villa has beaten Roman Hebler by 10 racks to 4. KUN LIN about to go on the hill 9-4 against Alex Pagulayan from Canada. Offers the hand once again. That won't mean much to Alex Pagulayan, will it?
Yeah, it's going to have to dig deep now. I mean, first thing he's going to have to hope for is another chance. KUN LIN's been pretty offensive off the break.
I mean, of course, it was a huge role for KUN LIN, wasn't it? Hooking in behind the 1 ball on the 8, Alex. Great escape attempt, but he's only got himself to blame, really. It was that misplaced positional shot on the 13 which really cost him that rack. He should have been out. If you're wondering what happened to Axl Rose, there he is. He's alive and well, refereeing matches in New Zealand. Well, it's sweet KUN LIN at the moment. Now then, dry.
Yeah, that's the chance that Pagulayan needed. Wide open. Only clusters with the 7-11, but both balls have pockets. Forced to take solids off the break, but it's okay. They're all open all over the table.
It's always busy at 7-11, Eric. If ever he needed a 6-pack, it's now.
Still looks focused. Of course, in a world championship, you're never going to let up, but looks up to the task. He does have
Clock
the
running
10, so
down.
he can go after the stripes. Didn't want to push the 15 there. Looks like he might still be on it. He'll want to get on the 11 as soon as possible, just because cue ball might be running into the 7 off position.
Josh Villa, 1 German through. Torsten Holman looking to be the second, but it's not going to plan at the moment. Chang Jung Lin, 7-4 up in that one. Albin Ocean, well, he's come all the way back. He was 5-1 down. He now trails. Sorry, he now levels just as I'm speaking at 5-5. What a comeback from Albin Ocean.
Yeah, kind of getting into the break and run stage of the tournament, where a lot of games are going to be run in a row.
Well, Ryan Julian is running racks as well. He's 8-2 up now on Mieszko Fortunski, just 2 from the quarterfinals. Gone slightly wrong for Alex. Little groan from him.
just got a little straighter than he wanted, but he'll manage here.
Well, he's got to change and be quick. Wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I've seen that from Pagulayan kind of over the past 3 or 4 years, just not quite staying down through his shot. He's shortened his backstroke a lot, so it can lead into kind of quick transition. I mean, the thing that got him there was he was worried about the shot clock too, and switching balls within the last 5 seconds. But you could see, again, he might have. People say this a lot. Oh, there was body movement. A lot of the time, it's just the players know the ball's missed by the time he gets to the pocket. But he wasn't solid over that ball. Does have a factor.
Yeah, it's quite surprising as well with Alex because he's a very, very good snooker player. And, one of the key things in snooker, just because of the length of shots that you're playing a lot, adds to the importance of having to stay down, Eric, and keep the head still. No body movement other than the backhand.
Yeah, well, I think he uses a bit of a longer stroke when he plays snooker. And who am I to say, but I'm just making an observation. I think that if he gets back into lengthening his stroke a little bit more in pool, it'll do him a little better. But again, who am I to say? I mean, he's one of the best players in the world. He knows what works best for him. Just making an observation.
But it's a double-edged sword, though, isn't it? That if you do shorten the backswing, you've got more accuracy, right? But what I find it tends to do is stunts the follow-through. You're not as fluent. You're kind of a little bit more jabby and stabby. And I prefer the longer one, to be honest. It's smoother.
I do too. Yeah. So, strong performance here from KUN LIN. Really making it look easy.
Pagulayan, not king of the jungle today. It looks like King KUN, who will advance. Well, maybe one more little chance for Alex, but it's slim.
Yeah, kind of a soft draw play here, trying to play the cue ball in between the 5-8. Just checking if he can maybe draw it all the way over to the left side rail. Nicely played.
Played it beautifully. Oh. Really grabbed hold of the cue ball there, didn't he, Eric? Really got hold of it.
Yep.
So this 8-ball then to clinch the victory in the last 16 of the WPA Yalin Men's World 8-Ball Championships. Next for me, it's going to be the juniors in action at 6 p.m. I want to say thank you so much to Eric Horlofson. Big Red, you can go and eat some more beautiful food that your lovely girlfriend Elise has cooked for you. I'm going to go and grab a quick snack. I'll be back at 6 p.m. with the juniors in action. Thanks so much for joining us, guys, and I'll catch you very, very soon. Ta-da.